Hi there, my name is Alexander Davison, and this is my slideshow presentation for my senior design project from class CS5001. The title of our project is EVA, which stands for Elderly Virtual Assistant. The goal that we were trying to achieve is that we want to help elderly adults remain independent as they age and have new challenges with their health from that age. Specifically, we're focusing on helping them take their medication properly. As far as team members are concerned, we are a team of 4 students with a faculty advisor as well as a physician that is funding the project and the idea. So the team members are myself, Alexander Davison, Sriram Kadawati, Yugo Kadawati, Andrew Matthews, our faculty advisor is Janet Dong, and Solsa Haku is the physician that proposed the idea and is funding things. I am the only senior computer science student. Sriram is a graduate computer science student. Yugo is a mechanical engineering student, and Andrew is a pre-med student. Next is the abstract. It says, we are developing a virtual assistant device, which is called EVA, to help elderly people take their medication properly. EVA will utilize speech and image recognition in order to allow the user to easily interface with it. Users will now be able to take their medicine the right way at the right time and never run out of medication unexpectedly. EVA will report to physicians on prescription use metrics. That was a huge part of what Dr. Solsaw was looking for as a physician, that he could have some sort of feedback on how the patient is taking their medicine, if they're taking it properly, and how they can improve. User stories. I have 4. The first says, as an elderly adult, I want to take my medicine appropriately so that I will improve my health and well-being. The next, as a family member to an elderly adult, I want to be able to monitor if said elderly adult is taking their medicine appropriately so that I can help them as needed and improve their health and well-being. The third says, as a physician, I want to be able to monitor my patients' medicine-taking habits so that I can appropriately make adjustments to their medicine/treatment plan to improve their health and well-being. The fourth is, as an elderly adult, I want to utilize a device to take my medicine appropriately so that I can be more independent and take some responsibility off of my family members caring for me. The next thing is the design diagrams. So I created 3 different design diagrams for one specific scenario. A feature of our device is that the users will be able to seek information on the specific medicine that they're taking. Sometimes users in their elderly age will be taking 5 to 10 different prescriptions, and they don't really know what they do or what they're for. So this way, if they can learn about how they can take their medicine properly and what the medicine actually does, then they'll be more likely to take it because they know that it helps them, and compliance will be up, and they'll be able to neurologically link between the name of the medicine and what it does for them. So one could speak to the device and ask them what a specific medicine is for. We're using metformin in this example. So the user would say, what do I take metformin for? The machine would listen and hear that, and then read from drugs.com a little synopsis of what the drug is, and it will display the pill bottle image that the user has so that they can associate the specific pill bottle with the medicine that they're asking about. Next is one step further. After they ask for what they take the medicine for, they can ask for further questions about the medicine from drugs.com. So you can ask it how to take the medicine, the side effects of it, the warnings, more generalized information on it, and then the EVA device will be able to display whatever it is you asked about, as well as that same pill bottle image. The last one is building further onto that. I said earlier about how it displays the pill bottle image. and it does so by using image recognition software. So it would start with the user scanning their medicine bottle, and so once the user properly places the bottle, the machine will be able to take a photo and store the image and grab text from the label to gather information on the user, like how many pills they have left, when their prescription needs refilled, what the specific medicine is. So that way, when they ask for information on the drug, they'll be able to display the pill bottle image and the pill image. Next is some major design constraints. I have 3 here. The first is security. Since it's a virtual assistant, we need to be mindful of the device always listening and eavesdropping on the user. People don't want to feel like they're always being listened to. So we have added a mute button to assure users aren't being eavesdropped on. Another aspect of security that we need to be mindful of is that we only store information pertinent to the medical well-being of the user, and that we keep that information very secure, potentially encrypted, and all the other info that we wipe from the device, like conversations or other video portions that are taken that aren't of the pill bottle. Another design constraint is the scope of the project. We keep finding other topics that would be really helpful for elderly adults to maintain their independence. Some of those would be voice and video calls, grocery services, cognitive skills, fall detection, and many more. Those continually come up in our discussions, but we need to focus that we limit the scope so that we can deliver on what is asked of us. And if we have extra time or if this gets taken up by other people, then they can add those other features. Our main goal is to help elderly adults take their medication at the right time in the right way. The last aspect is diversity and culture. So because this is a virtual assistant that the user will talk to interact with, the device needs to be able to understand them. And not everybody speaks English, and those who do sometimes have an accent. So we need to assure that different accents and different languages are supported through the online speech recognition libraries. Throughout the team of the 6 of us, we have 8 different languages / accents represented. So this is something that we're going to be able to thoroughly test once we get to those stages of the project. The current state of the project is that the device has the parts selected and in hand. It's able to recognize a human voice and talk back. It can scrape drugs.com for information on specific medicine that you ask it about and read it to the user. We nearly have a final design as far as the housing is concerned. Speech recognition and the user startup needs to be ironed out. It's roughly 75% of the way there. Ram, or we call him Ram, has started researching image recognition and experimenting with it. He's about 25% of the way there, and that's going to be used to scan the pill bottles. Hugo is working on making the CAD models to 3D print a housing for our components. Expected accomplishments by the first of the year. We'd like to fully deliver on the startup process and speech recognition aspects by the end of the year, by the first of the year. Ram would like to be roughly 2/3 of the way there with image recognition, being able to read from cylindrical surfaces and detect all the information that we would need. Hugo would like to have a completed CAD model for the device waiting to be printed by the first of the year. So I'm running out of time here, but as far as the division of work goes, Andrew being a pre-med student, he's doing a lot of research. He's doing research on the HIPAA compliance and working towards getting that certified. Hugo is a mechanical engineering student, so he's working on modeling in CAD, designing housing for the components, and eventually 3D printing the design for us to use. On the right side of the screen, you'll see the software, and that's broken up between Ram and I, roughly equal, but we're going to help each other out where we need it to ensure that we deliver on the aspects of the software. For a demo at the expo, we'd like to showcase different features of our device, specifically what the process would look like for the end user as they interact with the device on a day-to-day basis. So that might look like being reminded to take a medication, giving information on medicine from drugs.com, scanning a prescription bottle, and interacting with the device in general. Thanks so much, and have a good day.